Right, hello lads and lasses, and welcome back to Boys Down Under, where I am still absolutely so happy. 2 days gone by, I still feel the buzz going through my body, and you know what? Because I'm feeling so good, let's just talk about the match a little bit more. Before we go any further though, please remember to like the video and please subscribe to the channel. It's the best way to help support the channel, best way to help the channel grow. And I'd be forever appreciative of you guys if you did that. But without further ado, let's get into it. So how did Australia react to Celtic's gutsy champion-esque 2-1 derby win at Ibrox? Well, pretty damn well if you ask me, because last time Celtic beat Rangers, it was at home at Celtic Park and the circumstances were very different. We had to win to retake top spot on the ladder for the first time in over a year and a half, I believe it was. We had to win our first derby in 787 days. But it wasn't a league deciding match, because if Rangers won, they would go 5 points ahead, I believe it was, and a draw would have maintained the 2-point gap. So, but there was still 12, I can't remember exactly, I think there was 12 or 13 matches to go from that point. And at home as well, all the build-up, yeah. Now, for this match, it's completely different. You know, all the build-up for this match is that this is a must-win match for Rangers. There are 6 games to go after this. If Rangers lose, they go 6 points adrift with as many games to go. But if Rangers win, they go back to even Stevens with us. Our superior goal difference would keep us top of the ladder, but we would be on equal points, and from that point on, anything would have been possible. But a win for Celtic would have put one hand on the trophy. Everyone knew it, and that's exactly what happened. And down here in Australia, the media could not get enough of it. And last time we played the derby, there was one more difference. I wouldn't say it was a circumstance, but it's certainly a difference. Last time out, we didn't have a certain magical person playing in our team. A wizard, some would say. And not only were the plaudits going to Ange, which we'll get onto in a bit, they were going to Tommy Rogic as well. The A-League saying it was a breathtaking derby with so much on the line, and Tom Rogic was the best on park for the opening 45, vindicating Ange Postecoglou's decision to pick him in the starting 11. And it's true, you know, maybe bar Cameron Carter-Vickers, the Tom Rogic, despite missing one sitter and fluffing another chance, but it was a hard opportunity, he was 100% the best on the park in that opening 45. He'd scored the equaliser in the 8th minute, his 6th Glasgow Derby goal. Crazy stat. And just on that, I asked my dad when we were watching, I asked him if he remembered when the last time Rogic scored an equaliser at Ibrox in the early stages of the match, and he did remember. And in fact, that game was the time we went on to win through an odds-on Edouard winner, and I had that feeling this was how this match was going to go down as well. But back to Tom, and he was mesmerising in tight spaces. Lundstrom, Ryan Jack, Aaron Ramsey, £55 million for what, Juventus? I'm going to keep reiterating it, but they didn't know what to do. His passing game was absolutely superb, and the Socceroos Instagram page recognised it, reporting Tom Rogic was Celtic's derby hero yet again. But so too did Ange Postecoglou receive the plaudits he so deserved. Fox Sports Australia reporting Ange's miraculous one-season turnaround at Celtic was about to enter its final act. More reports coming out straight after the game. Rogic scores as Celtic pull off stunning Old Firm win in massive title statement. And before you lot bite my head off, I am not referring it to as the Old Firm Derby. It's no longer that. I'm very aware of that, but I'm clearly quoting a media article. So please forgive me. Do not bite my head off. Thank you in advance. Anyways, as I'm sure there were some very sweet feelings from a lot of Australian media, due to the fact Rangers pulled out of the Sydney Super Cup. Celtic then going on to beat them in their own backyard. Australia loved it. And you know, one of my teachers at school, he's a big football fan. He supports Queen's Park Rangers. He's English. He knows I'm a huge Celtic fan. And I rocked up to school for an assessment, and we just stopped for like a good 5-10 minutes having a great chat about the game, because albeit he doesn't support Scottish football, he doesn't support Celtic in that way. He told me himself he keeps track of the scores and he watches Celtic when he can, purely because of Ange. And that is the effect Ange Postecoglou has had down here in Australia. Mass coverage, and see, it feels like a lot, right? For me being on social media, it feels like a lot of coverage for Celtic from Australian news accounts this year, right? And that is comparison to the every other year that I've been on social media and followed Celtic related accounts. You know what I mean? Anyways. And that is just through, Celtic winning derbies and, maybe, and the League Cup final win as well. They were mass coverage, a lot of coverage, right? It bombards me. It is force-fed down my throat, which I absolutely love, by the way. And I could only imagine if Celtic managed to capitalise on the opportunity we have being 6 points clear, if we managed to capitalise on that and win this league, I can only imagine what the coverage will be like down under, because Australia's sports media, they keep up to date when coaches of our own and players of our own are in foreign countries and doing well. But when someone like Ange, who is the greatest Australian manager of all time, he is at one of the biggest clubs in the world in Celtic, and when Ange has pulled off something as miraculously as he has done this season and beating our arch rivals at Ibrox, to jump a giant step closer to winning the league title, the coveted league title, the £40 million war chest, the Champions League group stage guaranteed football. It is going to be force-fed down everyone's throat. And some may not like it. I can understand there are many down here who don't like it and want to see it being reported about our league, the A-League. But I got to be honest with you, it is a great feeling. Being a Celtic fan, it's great seeing Celtic news, in Australia, it's great. And to see Big Ange working his magic and working his miracles and Tommy Rogic at his best at the club I love, it is an absolutely incredible feeling. And look, back to the media coverage from last night, from the game 2 nights ago, I rarely hear it. Like, the radio is probably the last place I expect to hear news about Celtic. The newspaper, I'll see it. Instagram, I'll see it. On my laptop, on the news articles, I'll see it. But the radio, out of all places, and I did hear it. It's crazy. It's crazy the increase in coverage this season. It's the Ange effect. It's as simple as that. And it's also the Celtic effect, because Celtic are one of the biggest clubs in the world. And when our greatest manager manages the biggest club, one of the biggest clubs in the world, it is absolutely, it's just a recipe for this mass, this huge media breakdown. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, you have to see it to believe it. But that is all from me. So, bit of a shorter video today. Just thought cover this because you guys obviously really liked it last time when I covered how Australia reacted to the derby. Look, for tomorrow, I think we're going to be talking about VAR in Scottish football and also Cameron Carter-Vickers, because there have been new reports out about Celtic getting a deal done with him after his Glasgow Derby heroics. Phenomenal. Need to tie him down. More on that tomorrow, but that is all from me. So remember to like the video, remember to subscribe to the channel. Drop anything you want to know in the comments below about Australia's media coverage about Celtic and Ange. Answer the best I can, but until next time, hail, hail.